everyone, this is the makeup situation today. We're rolling with it. It's not great, but who cares? I didn't know what to do today's video about. So I asked on Twitter and Taylor said I could do a video saying what I do to wind down. And I thought, oh, interesting. That's a good question. And then I thought, what do I do to wind down? I'm just gonna try getting through this video. I just want to put out there, this is not advice on how you should wind down or get through a bad day or whatever, because some of it might not be good advice. Some of it might be. It might work out for you too, you know. One of the first and most obvious things I do is music. As much listening as singing along, sometimes playing. If I have a really bad day, I will plug in the piano and play Pas de Deux, because for some reason that song seems to ground me, which is the reason why I played it at my graduation as an opening thing, because I thought that way I won't feel so nervous about the whole thing. Still did, but because of that first encounter from that video. The other thing I do is I try to hold on to what it is that's making that day not so great. I try to write it down, but oftentimes that's hard for me right now. I just find it very tricky to write down negative feelings that I'm having. I try though. I try capturing that feeling. Most of the time I'll do that by telling Taylor about it. Then, as I have therapy every Wednesday, I will talk about it then, because my therapist gives me a lot of time to talk about the things that bother me, basically. The things that occupy my mind. When I arrive, the first thing he asks me is, how are you feeling? How has your week been? So that I can basically recount the week and say whatever I want to tell him and whatever I need to get off my chest. And sometimes I end up saying things that I didn't even know I was thinking about before that second, you know. And then it's just, lately, each time I've gone to therapy, afterwards I went to the piercers to check if my jewelry was there. Which meant that after the therapy, I always feel very rough because of all the serious things I just talked about. Most of the time I end up crying in therapy. So even though I feel lighter for having said it, I also feel kind of down because it's heavy subjects. And then afterwards going to the piercers with Mila being this absolutely positive and just ray of sunshine kind of person, it's just very comforting. But the studio is closing over August, so I'm not going to be able to do that anymore. I'm going to have to find something else to do. I might just go and do the thing that I did before I got my piercing and went there regularly, which was get Starbucks, which is the next best thing. Because when I go to Starbucks and order my coffee, I order it as Flynn, so I get my cup that says Flynn, and that's just this little bit of comfort for me. The other thing I do, but I only do when I'm in my sister's flat, is I try and take a bath. Now, the whole running myself a bath and putting the stuff in for the bubble bath and everything, setting it all up, to me is worth more than the actual bath itself. Because once I'm in the bath, I'm like, okay, now what? Because I have that issue of feeling like I'm wasting my time as soon as I'm not doing at least 2 to 3 things at once. And while you're in the bath, you can't really do that many things at the same time, you know. Other things I do is I snack, which is not so great. Chocolate is a very good companion of mine, even though since the vegan thing it's become less. Crisps are still a thing. Right now, applesauce is the thing because I can't chew anything. Well, I did eat a pretzel earlier. I had to chop it into really small pieces though. What else do I do? I knit. For a very long time, knitting was my go-to thing whenever I was in pain. As in, like, whether it was period pains, lactose pains, or psychedelic pains, which I get a lot. If I get nervous, I'm gonna have a stomach ache to the point of feeling literally sick. Whenever I get these stomach pains that I can't seem to shake, I will try to knit or crochet, hoping that it'll, you know, distract my mind enough to not think about the pain. The other thing that I unfortunately do, and I would not recommend, is alcohol. It sounds worse than it is. Basically what happens is, when I'm having like a really bad day, but I know that I don't have to get up early the next day, I will ask my dad and my sister if we have enough at home to do a barbecue, so that we can do a barbecue that evening. Because for me, you know, a lot of people think barbecue equals grilled food. For me, barbecue equals campfire. And just looking at the fire, just the flames licking and stuff like that, is just very calming to me. But that might just be the pyromaniac inside me. I just have a very big fascination with fire. This one time I felt really down and my mom came and lit a candle, and I actually felt so hypnotized by that flame that I felt a little better. And usually when we do the barbecue / campfire thing, we also have like a bottle of champagne that we'll all share. When I say we all share, I mean 4 people are sharing that bottle. So I'm not getting drunk. It's just more of a social drinking kind of situation. It's not a drowning my sorrow in alcohol. It's more like drowning my sorrow in fire and alcohol as a plus. I would recommend the whole campfire thing if you have that possibility. Maybe not the alcohol thing. It's dangerous. When I feel like really numb, when I feel so numb that I'm like, I'm not feeling anything today, which since the antidepressants is basically every day. When I have a day like that, what I try and do is watch a extremely sad movie, like Les Mis for example. That works each time. A very sad movie that I know will make me cry, because I'd rather feel sad than not feel anything at all. And once I'm like all the way down that pit, the only way left is up. So that's kind of my reasoning. And the whole, you know, let the tears flow, break the pains might, stuff like that, you know. Just let it out. I guess that a little bit too. As you can see and have seen the past couple days, my makeup choices aren't exactly discreet. That is because makeup makes me feel good. Even when I have a very boyish day, makeup is still a thing I enjoy. And I have to look at myself in the mirror, and I want to be able to look at myself in the mirror and not think that what I'm seeing sucks. So I just love putting on like a ton of makeup and like all of the eyeshadow, very dramatic, glitter everywhere, thick eyeliner, stuff like that. I'm doing my eyebrows now. I haven't done that before. I've been doing that for like 3-4 months, I think. Before that, I didn't do my eyebrows, and I love it. Look at how expressive my face is with the eyebrows. Also, these glasses, I don't need them. They're non-prescription. I don't need these glasses. I'm wearing contact lenses because I love wearing glasses, especially these. I love the way they look at me. And I can't hide behind my long hair anymore, so I have the glasses instead. But I can't go back to wearing glasses instead of the contact lenses because, firstly, sunglasses are annoying, and secondly, I can't see three-dimensionally without the contact lenses. But yeah, makeup is a huge deal. Like, the more cotton pads I'm gonna need in the evening to take it off, the better it is. Another thing I do is I journal. I have a bullet journal. I'm actually on my second one at the moment. I might do a video on that at some point. This is what I do. Mostly the movie thing and the makeup thing, which is why I have waterproof mascara, because those two things normally wouldn't go well together, you know. Anyhow, if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my veg this month, then please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye!